Hi, Warren Carr here for Blind Android Users Podcast and for episode 116 app of the week. Today I'll be demonstrating an app called Vivaldi. Vivaldi is a browser based on Chromium, just like Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, and a host of others. For today's demonstration, I'm utilizing my Pixel 6 Pro running Android 13 QPR2 Beta 3.2. For the speech services, I'm utilizing the Google Speech Services with voice variant number 6. In reality, this app actually works on my Pixel 7 Pro running Android 14 Developer Preview 1, but I thought I'll do it on my Pixel 6 instead. So I am now on my home screen and will navigate to my folder simply called Browsers, where I have all of my browsers, and we'll go from here. This is the first time I'm running this. I'll now move to Browsers folder.
Folder, Browsers, 4 or more items.
Here is Browser, and I'll tap here to activate.
Chrome.
Now we heard Chrome, and I know that I have my Vivaldi browser right at the bottom. Toward the right, I'll put my finger down there and find and activate Vivaldi.
Vivaldi browser.
Here is Vivaldi browser. I'll tap to activate.
Vivaldi first run experience. Welcome to Vivaldi in horizontal pager. Page 1 of 2.
Upon opening the browser, we heard first run and welcome to Vivaldi. I'll move my finger toward the bottom where we'll find continue. So basically, this is like a tutorial page.
By using Vivaldi, you agree to Vivaldi's end user license agreement and privacy policy.
Okay, and below there,
Continue button.
we have the continue button. I'll tap here to activate. And I do want to apologize here if you hear some noises. It's been very, very windy here and very cold. And so we have some noises, especially against the window and all of that. I'll tap here to continue.
Get started. Page 2 of 2.
Page 2 of 2, get started. I put my finger down.
Ready to browse or want to customize? Your choice.
We hear ready to browse or customize. So in other words, we've got a couple items here or a couple choices. We can either go straight to browse the web, or we could choose the customize and customize it. The intention of this demonstration is to show you a quick overview on how it works and some of the features. So in this case, I will tap on the customize. But here are our options.
Quick start, selected, 1 of 2, in list, 2
There's
items.
the quick start. Next,
Customize it, not selected, 2 of 2.
we have the customize it not selected, and that's the one I'm going to tap on because we want to go into customization and show you all that we have.
Selected.
And then at the bottom, we've got the continue button.
Continue, button, out of list.
I'll tap to activate.
Position your tabs. Page 3 of 7.
We are now on the third page of 7 pages, and the first thing we heard here is the customization of our tabs. In other words, whether we want these tabs to be at the top part of the screen or at the bottom of the screen. I'll put my finger down so you hear what I'm talking about.
Do you want your tab and address bars on the top or bottom?
In other words, the address bar and all the tabs, we could choose to have them near the top of the screen or at the bottom of the screen. I think I kind of prefer using the bottom one, and you can choose whichever one you prefer, but we got 2 options, either top or bottom. And here's what I'm talking about.
Top, selected, 1 of 2, in list,
By
2
default,
items.
the top is selected, or
Bottom, not selected, 2 of 2.
bottom, not selected. And that's the one I'm going for. I'll tap here to choose that.
Selected.
And then, of course, at the bottom is that continue button. Let's now tap on continue.
Continue, button, out
Tab.
of list. Choose your tab style. Page 4 of 7.
The fourth page of the tutorial now is to choose the tab style. Putting my finger down, here's what we got.
Do you prefer a desktop-style tab bar or a simpler switcher?
So we got either a desktop type style or a simple switcher. And of course, so we got two options. We've got
Tab bar, selected, one of two, in
tab
list,
bar,
two
that's
items.
the one that's selected by default, or
Tab switcher, not selected, two of
tab
two.
switcher. I'm going to choose the second. As you can see, I seem to be choosing the second choices for some odd reason. I'll tap here.
Selected.
And then continue at the bottom.
Continue, button. Make Vivaldi yours. Page 5 of 7.
Page 5 of 7. Make this app yours. And putting my finger down.
Pick a theme and choose between light and dark mode, out of list.
We here choosing a theme. And we got different items here. We got
Adaptive color based on web page, button.
adaptive color based on the web page.
Gray, button, selected.
Gray,
Blue, button.
blue,
Green, button.
green,
Yellow, button.
yellow.
Follow system, selected, one of three, in
By
list,
default,
3 items.
it should follow your system. So in other words, if you have your system set to the light or dark mode, it will just follow what you have. Or
Light mode, not selected,
light
2 of
mode.
3.
So in other words, even if my system is set to the dark mode, if I choose the light mode, whenever I'm using this browser, it's going to be in the light mode, ignoring my system setting. Next,
Dark mode, not selected, 3 of 3.
dark mode, not selected. For this time though, I'm leaving mine on follow my system settings. So we'll tap on continue at the bottom.
Continue, button, out of. Take back your privacy. Page 6 of 7.
Page 6, talking about privacy. Putting my finger near the middle.
Vivaldi doesn't track your behavior, and we do our best to block others who do.
All right, so in other words, Vivaldi doesn't track me, and they try their best to prevent those who try to track me. Moving my finger down.
No blocking, selected, one of 3, in list,
We have
3 items.
options here. We got either no blocking or
Block trackers, not selected, 2 of
block
3.
trackers or
Block trackers and ads, not selected, 3 of 3.
block trackers and ads. I'm going to choose the third.
Selected.
And then at the bottom,
Continue, button.
I have the continue button.
Continue, button, out of
There
list.
we go.
Make Vivaldi your default browser, in horizontal pager. Page 7 of 7.
We are now on the last page, and this time we could choose it to be our default or not choose it to be our default. Here's what I'm talking about.
Make Vivaldi your default browser.
And below that,
Open all links automatically, block ads and trackers, and browse hassle-free.
moving down,
Set Vivaldi as default, button.
we got set Vivaldi as my default or
Maybe later, button.
maybe later. I'm going to tab on maybe later.
Web view. Vivaldi notifications make things easier. You'll be able to easily manage media controls, incognito sessions, downloads and more, out of grid pager.
In this case, it's talking about notifications, whether you wanted to allow it to send you notifications and all of that. And it's totally up to you. You could say yes or no. And below that, we have the continue button.
Continue, button. Allow Vivaldi browser to send you notifications. Allow, button.
We got the allow and or
Don't allow, button.
don't allow. So in other words, if I tell it not to allow and I'm downloading a file, for example, when that file download is completed, I'm not going to get any notification. For now, though, I'm going to tap on do not allow.
Vivaldi browser.
We are now on a new page. And here's what it says.
What's new? Button.
We have what's new button. And if I just triple tap here with 2 fingers, it should read all that is new. So I'll triple tap with 2 fingers.
Vivaldi 5.7. Heading 1. Published on February 23, 2023. Vivaldi is faster, high voltage. Heading 2. Are you drowned in 100 plus tabs deep? Starting Vivaldi with hundreds of tabs is now much faster than its previous version, thanks to a lot of under-the-hood browser improvements. No matter how you choose to browse, your experience should be smooth. Slow claps, please. Hands clapping. Play audio when Vivaldi runs in the background. Musical note. Heading 2. This news sounds so good. Smiling face. Vivaldi doesn't just let you stream YouTube videos audio in the background but audio from any site in the background. To enable the feature, go to the General section in Vivaldi settings and enable the Allow Background Audio Playback. Disable autoplay for video, movie camera. Heading 2. You heard that right. Now video autoplay is disabled by default. In case you want to turn it on, find the option, Autoplay Videos, under Settings and scroll down to Site Settings. No more
You got the
getting
drift.
startled
I'm
by
going to
an
stop here.
unexpected-
You can read about all of this if you wanted to. Now at the bottom, we have, on the left,
Panels, button.
panels. If I tap here, what that means is going to take me to where I could see things on the home screen like eBay, YouTube, Amazon, and to the right of that,
Connection is secure.
connection is secure,
Content blocker, button.
content blocker,
Vivaldi.com/Android.
Vivaldi.com, that's the address bar,
Switch or close tab,
switch or
button.
close tab, and to the right of that,
More options,
more
button.
options. Let me tap on panels. Now you'll see what I'm talking about.
Panels, button. Vivaldi browser. Go back, button.
Tapping on panels, here's what I got.
Speed dial, 15 bookmarks, 1 of 2, in list,
We
2
got
items.
speed dial, 15 items, or
Bookmarks, 13 bookmarks, 2 of 2.
bookmarks, 13 bookmarks. So if I tap on the speed dial, for example,
Speed dial, 15 bookmarks.
tap here.
Amazon, Vivaldi.com.
So you get
Showing
things
items
like
1 to 12.
Amazon,
Booking.com. Yelp, Vivaldi. YouTube, eBay, Vivaldi. Walmart, Vivaldi.
you got the drift. And of course, you can remove these things if you don't want those. Now, that's the panel. And now at the very bottom of the phone, I have, starting from the left, we got
Bookmarks, button.
bookmarks going right,
History, button.
right,
Notes, button.
notes,
Downloads, button.
downloads. All right. I'm going to go back to close out of here.
Vivaldi browser. Panels, button.
And now I'm going to tap on the more options on the bottom right.
More options. Pop-up window. New tab, in list.
Tapping on more options, here's what we got. We got new tab,
New private tab. Duplicate tab. Recent tabs. Bookmark. Bookmarks. History. Notes. Downloads. Translate. Reading list.
reading list. In other words, you could save things to your reading list so you can read them offline if you wanted to.
Turn on request desktop site.
Keep going,
Capture page.
capture the page,
Find in page. Show page actions. Add to home screen. Get image descriptions. Showing items 4 to 21 of 23.
we got get image description. Let's go in here quick, see what this is all about.
Get image descriptions. Get image descriptions. Images are sent to Google to improve descriptions for you.
Okay, and you could turn it off or on.
Selected, just once.
There's just one,
Not selected, always.
always. I'm going to tap on always.
Selected.
And then we got
No thanks, button.
no thanks or
Get descriptions, button.
and get descriptions. So in the middle of the phone, toward the bottom, you get no thanks, and to the right of that, get image descriptions. I'll tap here to get image descriptions.
Image descriptions are on. Stop image descriptions.
There we are. Now, because we have image description, we now here stop image description. We have a lot, and so I'm just going to go through these things quickly.
Start Vivaldi again. Help and feedback. Exit.
And now, below this exit, we got some buttons toward the bottom there, and they are
Forward, button, disabled,
Forward.
out of list. Download page, button.
download page,
Settings, button.
settings,
Share, button.
share, and
Refresh page, button.
refresh page. Let's tap on the settings because that's very important.
Settings, button. Settings. Navigate up, button. Showing items
Tapping
1 to
on
13 of
settings now,
49.
here are the items we find. It says there are 49 items. And so I'm just going to quickly go through all of these, but not necessarily go into them because it could be time consuming. And it's getting long as it is. So here's what we got.
Sync, 1 of 49.
The first thing we heard is sync 1 of 49, moving down.
Create a Vivaldi account to start syncing data across devices, 2 of 49. Log in, button.
I'm just moving down.
Create account, button. General, 3 of 49.
General.
Search engine, Bing, 4 of 49.
Search engine, and by default is Bing. You can tap here to go choose the one that you want. It has all kinds of search engines. I'm not going to go into it, but you can tap here and go check the checkbox for the one that you want and tap on Set as Default. Let's keep going.
Allow search suggestions in address field, switch, off, 5 of 49. Show search engine suggestion, switch, off, 6 of 49. Allow background audio playback. With this setting turned on, audio playback will continue in the background even when you switch tabs in Vivaldi or use other apps. Switch, off, 7 of 49.
And by default, this is switched off. You can turn it on. I'm just going to move through the items, like I said, because I'm not going to be going into each and every one of these things as it'll make it so long.
Password manager, 8 of 49. Payment methods, 9 of 49. Addresses and more, 10 of 49. Language settings, 11. Menu settings, 12 of. Double tap back button to close app, prevents accidental exit of the application, switch, off, 13. Enable address bar swipe gesture, opens tab switcher on swipe. Tabs, 15 of 49. Swipe to close tab, switch, off. Show tab bar, switch, off, 7. Enable tab stacking, switch, on, 18 of 49. Show X button for background tabs, switch, off, 19 of 49. Show tab as favicon, switch, off, 20 of 49. Minimum tab width, 90 pixels, 21 of 49. Slider, 0%. New tab position, after active tab, 22 of 49. Focus address bar on new tab, switch, on, 20. Automatically close tabs, 3 months, 24 of 49. Privacy, 25 of 49. Tracker and ad blocking, no blocking, 26 of 49. Showing items 14 to 26 of 49.
In other words, you could tap here and go choose how you want it. You could set it to blocking or blocking trackers and ads as well. I'll keep going.
Privacy and security, 27 of 49. Appearance, 28 of 49. Address bar at bottom, switch, on, 29. Reverse search suggestion order, applicable when address bar is at bottom, makes it easier to reach the top suggestions. Switch, off, 30 of. Start page, large speed dials, 31 of 49. Theme, follow system, 32 of 49. Vivaldi a game, 33 of 49. Show scroll bars, only affects Vivaldi's internal pages, and not websites, switch, off, 34 of 49. Status bar visibility, show status bar, 35 of 49. Show toolbars while scrolling, switch, off, 36 of 49. Show start page icon in address bar, applies only when the address bar is at bottom, switch, off, 37 of 49. Show keyboard accessory view, shows autofill suggestions on top of the keyboard, switch, on, 38 of 49. Web pages, 39 of 49. Always show desktop site, switch, off, 40 of 40. Accessibility, 41 of 49.
And here's the item about accessibility. Probably I need to go in here real quick.
Accessibility. Navigate up, button, out of list.
And under accessibility, here's what we got.
Increase zoom, button.
So zoom.
Show zoom, zoom in or out. Show zoom in or out on a page. Force enable zoom, override a. Simplified view for web pages, get notified when an article can be shown in simplified view, checkbox, not checked, 5
That
of
would
7.
be for those of us who are blind. I'm going to turn this on.
Checked. Captions, 6 of 7.
Captions, and the last item.
Image descriptions, 7 of 7.
Image
Showing items 1 to 7
and
of 7.
This is the one I said on earlier. One could tap here to verify but I'm just going to go back by tapping Navigate
Showing
to
item.
top.
Navigate up, button. Accessibility, 41 of 49. Site settings, 42 of 49. Downloads, 43 of 49. Notifications, 44 of 49. Homepage, on, 45 of 49. Stay in browser, opens external pages in Vivaldi when possible, switch, off, 46 of 49. Set as default browser, switch, off, 47 of 49. About, 48 of 49.
And the last item here,
About Vivaldi, 49 of 49.
and that's the last one. As you can see, there's lots of customization here in the Vivaldi browser, so take your time, go through these, and customize Vivaldi to your own liking. And that's a quick tour of the Vivaldi browser. Thanks for listening.